everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Liana. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Nudestix Nudies Tinted Blur Stick. I bought this quite a few weeks ago now, and I've been using it ever since then. So this isn't my first impression of it, not at all. I'm going to list off some information about the product before we get into the application and review. So this does come in its own little box here. It shows you what shade it is on the top, and it has the ingredients on the back. It also has this little sheet on the inside. It says, "Thanks so much for buying Nudestix. We hope you love it as much as we do. We believe a nude look is a perfect fit for any face. We're all born with our own unique look, so why cover it with tons of makeup?" And it tells you a little bit about the stick. It says, "Nudies Tinted Blur Stick is an innovative soft focus and light reflecting mineral stick that creates flawless looking skin by smoothing and blurring the appearance of texture, blemishes, discolorations, lines, and pores. The overall effect is a soft matte glow, never flat or blah." And it also gives you tips for how to use it. As a tinted sheer coverage, lightweight, all-over face stick that transforms skin to have a naturally smooth, #no filter appearance. Blur to smooth texture, soften lines, minimize pores, and even tone. You can use it as a blurring primer, blurring skin primer under any liquid, powder, or cream foundation. You can use it to blot. A natural soft focus, glow diffusing blotting setting powder to create a soft matte, not flat finish. Use over any foundation or in oily zones, and you can also use it to highlight and contour by using darker or lighter shades. So this is how big it is. I showed it briefly in another video of mine, and I have used it a few times, so the size has gone down a little bit, but not by a whole lot. This is what it is so far. You do get 0.22 ounces or 6.12 grams total, which is not a lot, and this is $33 Canadian. There are 10 shades of this. I have light one, which is ivory with cool undertones. It looks a little bit darker than my skin tone. One thing I've noticed is that when you swatch it, it gets lighter on the top. And it does claim to have shade adjusting pigments to it. I actually do believe that. Usually I don't. But I do believe that in this instance, and I'm actually going to try and test that out for you on camera. So yeah, 10 shades is not the best shade range. It needs more shades. Their thinking behind this was because it does adapt to your skin tone. They didn't need a really big shade range, but 10 shades is still not going to fit everyone, obviously. Now on Sephora, it says that the coverage is light. Yeah, it is. It's for all skin types. I don't know, I only have one skin type. And the finish is natural. I agree. And then it lists off basically what was in that little sheet. It is formulated without parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. It's also vegan, oil-free, and gluten-free, and cruelty-free. One thing to note is that it does say that it has less wax than a typical stick foundation, so you should keep it out of the heat to prevent it from melting, and only roll up a small amount to prevent it from breaking off. I was reading some comments where they said that it did break off. I haven't had any issue with that, but if you're rolling it up all the way and then pressing down really hard, that could definitely happen, just like with a lipstick. So I've only been rolling it up about this far and not pressing very hard, and I haven't had any issues. Other people were mentioning that the cap falls off really easily. I don't know if some of the caps are faulty or if people just aren't pushing them down all the way, but this snaps shut really well and doesn't come off. So definitely my cap is good, but like I said, maybe some of them are faulty, or maybe people just haven't realized that you do have to push it down all the way. So let's get into the actual application. And I dropped it. Okay. Oh great, it's got carpet on it now. Well, now that I've dropped it, okay. So I do have some stuff going on here. I don't know what's going on here. But be sure to sanitize this if you're covering up your skin and you have a blemish there. You're using it directly from the stick because you could spread pimples around. Anyway, I'm going to use this more heavily than what I have been just to show you, because I've been using this more as like a really lightweight stick concealer. And again, I've just been using my fingers, but for the purposes of this, I'm going to use a little brush. And what do you think? Did that do absolutely nothing? Because it does pretty close to nothing. This is for people who already have like perfect skin. To be perfectly honest. And it pains me to have to draw on like that much just to show you how little it does. Because it does have so little in it. So we're just gonna dot it on. And I'll zoom you in so you can see this side now. So this side has product on it. Can you tell? I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing, right? It's a good thing that it still looks like skin. But for the price you're paying for this and how little product there is, you kind of need to see more of a result. Unless you're perfectly fine with this amount of coverage. And believe me, I like light coverage. I just, I can get that for cheaper. And this side doesn't have anything on it yet. This definitely looks very natural. So I guess I should even out this side of the face. Ordinarily, like I'm not, like it seriously, it hurts to draw on this much of it. Ooh. So much money. Let's try blending all of this out just with the fingers. There's no point using a damp sponge. The damp sponge would just absorb all of it. Well, anyway, that's it blended on both sides. I did this side with the brush and I did this side with my fingers. You definitely get more of the color payout when you just tap it in, as opposed to using some sort of tool or implement like a brush or a sponge. And obviously has a very natural finish, like my face doesn't look matte. I'm kind of sweaty right now. So that's what it looks like. And I am going to wear this for you throughout the day, and I'll come back later and show you, but there's not much to show you. There's not a whole lot to look at. I'm going to do some swatches for you now, and then I'll come back later. Alright, so this is the Nudestix Tinted Blur Stick in Light 1. This is Eden Minerals Noir Skin in Urine. This is the Ordinary Serum Foundation in 1.0N. And this is the Bisou Tang Aqua Luster Concealer Roller BB Cream in 21. But I'm going to blend these two out. These two out. And I want to see if this adjusts to the yellow undertone and the pink undertone. Okay. It's tough to say, I think. I was about to film with chocolate on my mouth. I am almost 29. I am a mess. Okay. Well, oh my god. That's not good. I have huge dents here. Literally looks like dents from the foundation wearing off in weird places. And up here too. So that'll be interesting when I zoom you in. I hope that you can see that. Yeah, I knew that this was not going to be a great wear test because this is super lightweight, not long wearing really. You knew that going into this though, didn't you? So I'll probably just like hold the camera and pull you in and see how close we can get, kind of like I usually do when we're in the bathroom. But you know, it's summertime and the lighting's good in here, so I figured we just film here, but I'll pull you in. So I do in fact have some holes in the foundation here that I don't know, like around here. And where's the other one? Like up in here. Around my temple. So, I mean, I stayed indoors today, but if I hadn't, it's been about 40 degrees here. And you can imagine what this would look like in 40-degree weather. It wouldn't look good. It would be slip sliding all over the place. Like I was, when I was filming this earlier, my face was sweating. I had beads of sweat on my face. And that's indoors with the air conditioning on. So outdoors, this would have melted off. For sure. And if you have oily skin, this would just deteriorate. But it looks very natural. But it's got a lot of cons, doesn't it? Number 1, 10 shades. Number 2, the size. Size for the price. Number 3, it doesn't do very much. I feel like it works best to concentrate it on an area, tap it in with your fingers, and then layer it a little bit. I would not recommend wearing it all over your face, to be perfectly honest. I just don't see the point. And that's sad because they're marketing this as a tinted blur stick. It is supposed to be a coverage stick. Now, it does say light coverage, but it's extra light coverage. I get more coverage just from taking a tiny bit of concealer and dabbing it on my face. That takes the same amount of time. I use less product for the price. And concealer generally comes in, I mean, depending on the brand, comes in more shades than this. Definitely the convenience factor is there. You can take the stick with you, you can draw it on, tap it in, and go. But that's about where it stops. Is it worth the price? No. 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 I would not buy it again. I think that you probably could use this as a highlighter and contour stick, but again, there are cheaper options out there. If you're wondering, does this work as a tinted primer stick? Can you wear it under foundation? Yeah. Does it do anything? No. I've tried it under foundation. It doesn't really act as a primer. Oddly enough, as natural as this looks right now, layering it up as a primer under foundation made my foundation look more dry in those areas. So even though the stick on its own doesn't look dry, underneath foundation it does. And blotting over top of foundation doesn't work either. It removes product, as you would assume that it would, because you have your foundation on, maybe you've powdered as well, and then you're taking a stick and you're rubbing it over the existing product. So no, that doesn't work. This isn't a very good review, is it? But I think that you need to know what you're getting into with this product because there aren't a lot of reviews on it right now. And that's the thing. I went into this not knowing a whole lot about it. I didn't know how big it was. I didn't know how light coverage it was. How many reviews are there out there? Not many. So I hope that if you've been considering this product, maybe it sways you one way or the other. Maybe this is the type of product that you're looking for. But maybe after hearing this, it's not. And that is about it for this video. So I hope you found it helpful. I post Mondays and Fridays here on this channel, usually in the afternoon Eastern time. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.